Miami. First of all, I want to say, yo, 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 it's Morgan Marcel, and fuck the Miami Heat. Ninja, 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 ninja. Are you feeling better with your allergies? Me, I'm wonderful. The Celtics beat the Miami Heat, and we're going to the next round. Let's go, Celtics. If they keep this up, I'll be going away. Yay. Okay, hope so. Okay. I don't know why the fuck this thing's glitching. So annoying. I'm surprised because everything's working properly. It's got full bars. I don't know. Hey, Miss Bikini, how you doing? Damn, my eyelashes. Trying to see if they got. Oh, you're clean? Oh, good. You're good to go then. Miss Bikini said, I'm all clean and ready. Clean and ready to go. That's what's up. Me too. After I cut the grass earlier today, I went and got a shower. Felt so good. After all this, after all that damn grass all over me. Make no sense. Oh, hey Virgo. What's up, sweetheart? How you doing? Yeah, it gets like that, Miss McKee. Main thing is to keep focusing on the positive. The more you focus on the positive, I know it's hard, and that's something that I've been doing for a very long time now. Is constantly focusing on the positive, and it's been damn well hard because all I want to keep doing is focusing on the positive, but there's always some negative shit going on, some crazy ass mofo acting crazy. So it's always something. 95, holy shit, that's crazy. Yeah. Oh, there you go. And that's all that matters. Yeah, Virgo. It's been one of those. I'm glad April's over. April was a an annoying month, and I know a lot of people that have said the same thing. April was an annoying month. I'm so glad that it's May, and may everything be good. 'Cause I'm fucking sick and tired of April. April can come back next year and go away. Sick and tired of April. I'm had enough of April, and bring on May and bring on the good shit. I really feel like this is the month it's all gonna go down. It's all gonna happen for everybody. People are gonna be happy. And everybody's feel like it's gonna be good. I probably say that every month, but it's gotta stick somewhere. So, so let's hope. Yeah, let's hope that it's the best month so far. At least I'm hoping it is. We shall see. I really hope so. 'Cause I've had enough of everyone's bullshit. I just want some peace and quiet. That's all. Nice peace and quiet, and I'll be happy. And hopefully, I get to go away this month and enjoy myself. But I got a few things that I have to attend to this month. My nephew picked me to be his godfather. So in the Catholic religion, we pick a godfather, and he's going to do his confirmation, and he picked me to be his godfather. So it's the youngest one. I'm the godfather of 4 out of the 6. I'll never be the godfather of my oldest sister's children. She don't like me. But her kids probably wanted me to be their godfather, but she was probably like, no, you're not picking him. I can't stand him. But it's cool though. I got 4 out of the 6, so it doesn't matter. And plus, being their uncle is more than being their godfather, in my opinion, anyway. So it's all good. But yeah, I got to do that on the 19th of May, and after that is the following week. On the Friday is a holiday here, so I might go away on the weekend if all goes well. So if all goes well, I'll be going away at the end of the month. I'm hoping. Need to go away for like a weekend and I'll be happy. Right after that, I'll be free of all my duties. And by then, hopefully, my sister will have the house in her name and I'll have my inheritance by then. And I can go away and have a nice trip. And I'll take all of you with me when I go live on my phone in the hotel room. I'll be like, hey guys, I'm here. So we'll see. That's my plan. Whether or not it happens, I don't know. We'll see what life brings. But I would like to go. Well, we shall see. We shall see. We shall see. We shall see. It's ridiculous how much tools cost here in Bermuda compared to what you can get it for online and bring it in. I can get this saw and the stand for $500 at Home Depot, and just the stand alone is $500 here, not including the machine, which costs almost $1,000. So I'm gonna save like $1,000 if I order it online. Like that shit's fucking whack. Like how the hell do you think we're gonna pay all that money if we can just bring it in ourselves? Oh God, that's ridiculous. And I want to buy things here so I don't have to order it, but I'm not spending an extra $1,000 just on some damn saw and a stand. Hell no. This damn stand is $649.99 and the saw is $999.99. Are you fucking crazy? I can get that whole thing for like $500. It's on Home Depot right now. And it'll probably cost me another $5 to bring it in. So I'll still save like over almost $1,000. Must be crazy. These people are really nuts. They really are. Yeah, it's an Adidas tarot card shirt. Yeah. See, instead of it saying the moon, it says the Adidas. I got this one and I got a green one like it too. And it's got like these are like the like cups or whatever. Some crap. Yeah, I haven't worn this shirt forever. I wore the green one the other day, but then I was like, where the hell is the white one? Yeah, it's perfect for me because I love Adidas and I love tarot cards. So yeah, it worked out perfect. Yep. I wore it all day today. This woman looked at it and I was like, yeah. Nobody will ever say, oh, I like your shirt. Are you a psychic? They're too scared to ask that question. I'll be like, yeah, I'm a psychic. Want to try? They're probably like, yeah, whatever. You're not a psychic. You're a psycho. I'm like, yeah, come over here. I'll read you real quick. Nah, nobody would ask me that shit. Do you know who Kitty Rising is? No, I don't. Never heard of them. Kitty Rising. Who's that? A psychic? I won her monthly giveaway. Oh, cool. That's nice. Good. See, some good things are happening for you. Yeah, Kitty Rising. I never heard of. Never heard of them. There's too many damn psychics in the world. There's way too many. I see. Miss Kitty Rising. She's cute. Kitty outside the box. Is that right? She doesn't show her face. Oh, yes, she does. From 2 years ago, she did. She just like shows her arms. Okay, I see her now. Yeah, she's cute. You're kitty, kitty. Oh, nice. Was she good? That's nice. You deserve it. She looks like a decent person. I didn't get no bad energy off of her. So, yeah, I saw that. I saw the pick a card things that she was doing. I just went to her channel. I wanted to see what she looked like. See if she was sexy or not. She passed the test. That's cool. Yeah, well, there you go. You know, everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. It was meant to happen. I've won a few times here and there, like when I'm in people's rooms and stuff. I don't really go in too many people's rooms. I go in a few people's rooms here and there. Well, that's good. It's nice that readers do that. Give free readings and stuff. I used to do it too. I used to give away free readings and on my birthday or Christmas or something like that. Or I give everyone a free reading on their birthday. I give everybody a free message every damn day if I want to. So And people that I've known for a long time, if they if they're around or whatever, I'll give them a free. I'll answer a question for them or whatever. It don't bother me. As long as I can help people, I'm good with that. I just don't do the free reading thing, like giveaways and things like that, too many times. I used to do it back in the day, but I don't really do it anymore. I feel like I've given away my share and still do. So it's all good. It's crazy. Mm-mm. Why are things so cheap? Mhm. Yeah, it's all good. Oh man, I'll give you guys a message if you want. Any lives this weekend? Yeah, of course. Sure. Oh yeah, podcast. Yeah, I'll be getting. I'll be I'm gonna try and do like something. I feel like every day is a damn podcast on here, but I'm going to have a podcast with Star and Tony. Um, I'm not sure if I can do it this Sunday. I have to check, but I'm gonna do it eventually. Yeah, she's done. We did the last one on Sunday. Hey, Dad, we did the last one on Sunday, so I told her that I was gonna have them on my channel, and we can all talk about their life and their stuff, and we'll go from there. But I don't know about this Sunday. I have to check first to see what I'm up to and what's going on, and then I don't know. I doubt it, but I see what I'll maybe possibly next weekend. I want to give everybody a break this weekend because she's been doing it like every single Sunday. So it'd be nice if she just didn't do anything this Sunday, kept to herself. So I'll let a week go by and then I'll probably do it next weekend. I have to see. I have to see. Let's swear I got this card the other day. I got this card just the other day. All right, Ninja. Your card is number 5, financial and material changes. And it says this card number 5 represents changes, challenges, losses, usually related to material and financial things. You may be losing some things around you, but you must acknowledge and know that besides existing and physical being, you're an incredible and resourceful spirit entity. Everything changes for a reason, and this isn't meant to be a punishment. Know that your current conditions will transform you to better. A positive question to ask yourself now is, what did I learn from this, and how can I avoid it in the future? Remember that there are lessons to be understood in everything. It's up to you and you alone to decide how long it would take for you to learn from this. That could be due with like your retirement, learning how to deal with the financial and material changes. I got that card last week. All right. Virgo, you're next. You up? All right, Virgo. Virgo, you here? I'm not even sure if you're here. Oh, Virgo, are you here? I don't think Virgo's here. All right, I'll keep our card to the side. All right. All right, Miss Bikini, you're next. Okay. That's a good card. That's how it works, Dan. That's exactly how it works, brother. You got to give to receive. Absolutely. All right, Miss Bikini, you got number 3, rejoice in celebration. A time to celebrate birth, success, a victory is at hand. You're doing what you love most and by pursuing your passion. When you follow your heart and intuition, there is no limits to what you can achieve. When the energy of the excitement of love is present, you can feel it moving within you. Somehow, love has a way of showing you you're connected to something much larger than yourself. The number 3 symbolizes unity, time to rejoice with gratitude, sharing, whether it's with family members, friends, or even co-workers. This is a moment of fruition for all your dedicated work. So pat yourself on the back, party, dance, take a bath, and celebrate your accomplishments. the bath part I put in there. But yeah, celebrate your accomplishments. So there you go. Virgo, if you're here, let me know. I'll give you a card because I pulled your card, but I don't know if you were here or not. And Dan said he's good. Spirit said he has to give to receive. There you go. And you're also celebrating because you won, the reading over at Kitty's thing. So yeah. So it's all good. Okay, here you are, Virgo. You're welcome, sweetheart. No problem. All right, Virgo, the card I pulled for you was Harmony, number 6. This card signifies the possibility that deep spiritual initiation, partnership, or a union taking place at this time or is manifesting for the future. This doesn't always necessarily represent a love affair of the heart, but it could signify other forms of relationships in your life, whether they're personal or business related. Remember, not all partnerships are to be one-to-one. They can be forged within a group, an organization, a pet, or even an incident or situation. This harmony card is calling you to let you know that it's time for you to make choices in certain relationships. The bonds you form with others are really about you, even in the most difficult situations. You're meant to be mirrored for you, always reflecting back to what you need to see. There you go. Harmony. You're welcome, Virgo. All right, I'll pull my damn self a card. Why not? See what I get. I swear. I don't even know why I pulled myself a card. I really do. I don't know why I pulled myself a card. I really don't. I even closed my eyes and I said, give me a card. Okay. My card is number 4, discontent and boredom. This card signifies a time when you may experience stagnation, discontent, and boredom. Feeling of relentlessness and impatience around you. A relationship, project, or situation isn't moving forward fast enough, and could be draining you emotionally and energetically. You're longing for change, and although one door may be closing, don't focus all your energy on it. An opportunity will soon knock. A window or another door could quickly open, and your attention and awareness isn't focused. You'll be easily missed it. Watch for synchronistic events that bring you books, speakers, workshops, and new people into your life. All of these could possibly hold a message for you. Have faith in divine timing and know that everything changes for a reason. This card acts as a reminder that it's a perfect time to reevaluate and search within your heart and soul for fresh insights. Yeah. So yeah, I am bored about waiting. I'm just fucking waiting forever around here. Waiting for shit to hurry the hell up. But yeah. Sounds about right. I know, Spirit. I have to be patient. I'll be patient, I promise. I'll be patient. I'll try not to be bored with how people, take their fucking time to do everything all the damn time. Holly says, I'm not a patient person. I be too. You want a card, Holly? Yep, you can't make this shit up. They know how I feel. They're like, Marky, be patient, bro. We got you. Just be patient. A little bit more. I would love for them to find out, Dan. Yeah. Being patient is something I'm good at, but I'm just like, I'm impatient for too damn long. I'm like, hurry the hell up, man. Come on. Get this shit over and done with. I want to move on and make shit happen. All right, Holly, your card is number 8, emotional withdrawal. Yep, exactly. This card represents moving away or withdrawing from a current situation in your life, whether it's an old love, a relationship, or leaving behind what's once familiar in search of new horizons or beginnings. On a physical level, it's easy to get caught up in the materialistic world, but it's just important to retreat from the outside world to enable you to pause, reflect, and heal. Schedule some alone time so you can commune with your soul and give your power of spirit the opportunity to restore your energy level, giving you the vitality to move forward in a positive direction. The number 8 represents infinity, passion, control, and power. This is your time. Use this opportunity to tap into your heart and soul in order to find the courage and strength to continue your journey into a wonderful, undiscovered territory. So you know what that means. It's self-explanatory. Oh yeah, Dan. There's good and bad in everything, you know. hmm Spirit knows what time it is. That's for sure. They always, call us out. I tell people all the time. They can see and hear what we can't, and they see and hear what we say. That's for sure. They know what's going on. They're like, I heard that, Marky. I know that you're being impatient, but you have to be patient. We have everything lined up for you. It's just a matter of time, Mark. And I'm like, yep. Hurry the fuck up. Let's go. I need my shit. I need to make this shit happen. Like, please hurry up. Please. Can you please just like make miracles happen? Like now? That'd be great. Thanks. Okay, Mark. It's coming. In the meantime, get off your ass. And we'll make it happen. Just go and do what you gotta do. Okay. Yeah. It ain't easy, but we're gonna get there. We're all gonna be all right. You're all going to be okay. All right, Braga. I figured as much when I was calling you. I was like, gosh, you probably got phone slap. You know, get your ass to bed, Virgo, and make sure you apply for that position. Make it happen, okay? All right, I'll tell you good night in advance. Yeah, Holly, that's just the way it is. You know, it's one thing closes, one thing opens. You know, something else happens, another thing happens. My damn dog is snoring behind me, so if you hear all types of noises, it's her. She got phone slapped too. Yeah. You ever hear her snoring? There you go, Dan. Lawyers are very expensive, and they say that a divorce is more expensive than a marriage, and I definitely believe that and see that now. But then again, you know, I don't know if they butt dial, but I know their butts stink. That's for sure. Yeah, Holly, it's the way the energy is. I was just telling everybody that April was one of those months where I want to forget because all sorts of dumb shit happened in April. Like just this past year, like from last year this time to this year this time, it's just been a continuation of bullshit. You know, things happening to us, to people around us, like a lot of changes, a lot of back and forth with like contemplation and indecision. There's a lot of like back and shit, like it's just like a lot of back and forth energy that we want to solve and we want to move on. It's a lot of stagnant energy and just situations where you just say to yourself, like, what the hell, man, like again. A lot of people are trying to change their lives and trying to make things better, and people are like still going through, catching up with what happened with COVID, getting themselves better, back on track. And just like I tell everybody, life is a 24/7 job. You even if you're like by yourself, you know, and you don't have no kids or no family or nobody, that's you've won half the battle when that's the case. Because if you do have all of that, it's even worse because you deal with multiple people. So like dealing with my parents as they've gotten older has been a task. Then I had to deal with my brother's divorce 5 years ago. Then I'm dealing with my sister's divorce now for the past year. And seeing my parents deteriorate, reaching 80 is not fun. They got pure problems all the time. Then this year it's been my fucking car acting up. And then now it's fine. And it's like, what? And then my washing machine broke. So a lot of crazy things happen. It's life. I don't really complain. I kind of just laugh when something bad happens and just say, oh well, It could be worse. You know, I could be deaf or blind. I can be in the hospital suffering from cancer. I can have diabetes. I can have some major problems. So, like, when things happen, I say, thank God, it's not worse. Thank God that, I have my health and I'm okay, you know? So, yeah, the weed eater, but weed eater's fixed too. The weed eater's fixed, so we're good. I fixed everything and bought new things, and everything's fine. Yeah, Holly, it's everybody's situation is different. Everybody's situation is different. We go through a lot of situations that make us learn. Yeah, exactly. Compassion and experience. And we all have, different lives, different perspectives. Everybody knows what they, like I say many times, you never know what somebody's going through. Even though somebody might talk shit and have fun, and you think that they're okay, but really they're not. They can be good. They could have went through hell and back. We don't know. You know. Dan, you said you're in a cast for the next 3 weeks. Oh, great. Yeah, that sucks. My friend Esther that comes in here, she's about to get her cast off of her arm. Yeah, I remember you was telling me, Holly, you lost your family and stuff like that. It sucks. But it's that's another thing I say, Holly, is my everybody tells me, oh, your mom and dad's alive. I'm like, yep. And they're like, oh, you should be thankful that you have them because a lot of people don't have their parents no more. And I'm like, yeah, of course. I said, but the thing is like I have my parents and I take care of them. There's a difference when you have your parents and take care of them. What's the sense of having your parents and you don't give a fuck about them? So there's like a lot of, you know, ins and outs to everything. Like a lot of people think that, having your parents at that age is easy. It's not. You see them deteriorate in front of your eyes, and then you want to help them as much as you can. And then when your other siblings don't help, it pisses you off. Or some women and men, they want a child and they can't have one. They can't produce one. Then you have people who have children and don't give a fuck about them. So like everything that happens with everybody, it kind of makes another person think about, hey, look, life isn't that bad. I could be that person, or I could have been through that situation. So we can all say, hey, this, and the other. So there's always something. There's people who ain't got a job. People lost their job. People can't find a job. People can't even work. It's just like, it's a pain in the ass. It's life. That's why I don't really come on here and complain about anything, because I only complain about stupid people, to be honest. 'Cause that's what's going on. Like there's a lot of stupid people that don't think that way, and they just think that everything's okay, or their lives are always in like danger, or their lives are always suck, or they have worse than anybody else and they don't even know what worse is. Yeah, it don't make sense being a quitter. Hell no, I've never quit on anything. But at the same time, you got to make the best choices while you live. Make the best out of everything. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, Dan, it sucks. And that's why a lot of people like bring that to my attention, that I'm lucky to have my parents and I'm lucky to have them, living and they're okay. They're going through their shit every now and then, but yesterday I went to go give my mom, some fish, and I walked in the house and I can smell like a foul smell coming from the washing machine. And my mom says, "You smell that?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's your washing machine. It's probably like the filter needs to be cleaned." And she was like, "Oh yeah, you did that already for me before." I said, "Yeah, it's this little piece down here." "Oh well, your dad can't do it, and neither can I." I'm like, "Of course, but my brother comes here all the time. Why the fuck you don't tell him?" But he's a fucking clueless idiot, so he don't know anyway, and he wouldn't even try to find out or try to fix it. He wouldn't even care. He'd live with the smell. He wouldn't give a shit. So of course I have to not think like that. But it goes through my mind because I'm like, you have four children. Why the fuck this idiot don't, you don't tell him, like, he lives the closest to you. He lives literally 2 minutes away. But he's so clueless, he don't know anyway. So thank God I went down there and they didn't mention it, but when I got there, I knew what it was. So I took the piece out, cleaned it all up, you know, and then put it back together. And she didn't call me today and tell me about it, so obviously it's fine. But like there's just the little things like that. It's like what the hell, you know. And it's sad, you know. Yeah. Yeah, I had a not so great relationship with my dad when I was younger, because when I was in the army at 19, I was also like a DJ, and I also worked as a mechanic, and my dad was like, "Oh, you can't come home past midnight. And if you do, I'm locking the door. You can sleep in the garage in the car." And I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about? Like, I'm 19 years old, bro. I'm going to the army. I spend the night away from home on a weekend at the army. So what's the difference of spending the night on the weekend in the army and going to a club? I could lie to you and tell you I'm going to army and get all dressed up and get in my car and go to a nightclub. You wouldn't know. But I was honest with him the whole time. He was just being a dickhead. So I was like, you know what? I'm 19. I'm leaving. I'm gonna go get my own apartment. I got three incomes. I got army income. I got my job, and I got DJ income. I got three checks. So I'm getting the fuck out of here. I'm getting my own apartment, get my own car, and fuck you. That's exactly what I said to him. And he was like laughing in my face, telling me I'm not gonna make it. I'm gonna come running back home. I'm like, yeah, that's what you think. You must think you raised a fucking idiot. So my dad and we ran at it plenty of times. I got close to hitting him, knocking him the fuck out because he was so ignorant. And I never, obviously, would never do that, but it came close. So I was like, before I beat the crap out of him and knock him to reality, I'm getting the fuck out of here. At the end of the day, it's his house. It's his say. You want to be an idiot? Goodbye. So my mom and I were cool, but she was also upset because she knew my dad was wrong, like for like trying to hold me hostage at home all the time, right? So I'm like, yeah, fuck this. So I proved to him I never went back home, and when I did go back home, I gave up a great apartment, and my dad got really sick in 2008. My dad got like a heart condition, and he had to get a stent put in his heart. He got flown away to Baltimore, and he almost passed away, but he ended up living through it. He's a tough, stubborn mule, so he made it, thank God. And he was messed up for a very long time. He didn't work for months. So my mom was home by herself, and nobody was home. Everybody was gone by then. Like all my other brothers and sisters are married, and I was the only one that was single, and I lived like 5 minutes away. So then they were like, "Oh, blah blah blah. Your father's messed up. We need you, blah blah blah." And I was like, "Oh yeah, you need me now, huh? All these years later." So then I ended up leaving my apartment and going back home for 1 year so I can help my dad. Drive my mom everywhere and help, with everything and cut the grass and do this and do that because my dad couldn't do anything for like almost a year. And here we are, fast forwarding to 2024 where my dad can't do anything. He's 80, he can barely walk properly, he always gets gout, he's always got problems. And he don't want to help himself. He's just like deteriorating and just doesn't give a fuck. And I keep telling him, you can do shit to make yourself better, but you don't want to. You choose not to. So, even though he was an asshole to me when I was younger, and he treated me like shit all the time. He was always too possessive and too controlling. And then he always made an excuse about like how he was trying to protect me. I said, you didn't fucking protect me. I'm a grown ass man. Like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna fucking do what I want. You're ruining my DJ career and shit like that. Like, fuck you. Hell no. So I proved him wrong. And that's why he still has like an animosity towards me every now and then. I've had psychics tell me that he's jealous of me and all that shit, but I don't believe that because that's a harsh word to use when it comes to my dad. I don't believe he's jealous of me. I just feel like he's just a stubborn ass that just doesn't admit, his faults, and he doesn't, he's the dad. He's got too much pride to say that his son is right and this and that, but he's changed a lot because he sees what I do for him, so he knows. And I didn't hold no grudge against him. Like, I could have said, fuck you, you treated me like shit. I don't give a shit. Go get somebody else to take care of you and go do your shit for you. I could be an asshole and I could have been, say fuck you, but I didn't. Because at the end of the day, he's my dad, and he's not a bad person. He just makes bad decisions. And the way he treated me was like, I was like, you don't understand. Like, you really don't, because you never lived my life. So that's why I always say, even though your parents lived a different life than you, they have a hard time realizing who you are in this present time and what life is, because they never lived the life you live. It's different. So anyway, we're cool now, and we have been cool for many years. But I rub it in his face every now and then and tell him what a dickhead he is when he aggravates me. But I don't disrespect him. I try not to. Sometimes I tell him about himself. Then I catch myself and be like, yeah, just shut up, Mark. But at the end of the day, it's life. It's what we have to go through sometimes. All I can say is with my dad, for all the things he did to me, like, I don't forgive him, but I don't forget. And I know that he sees who I am, and he's like, I always told this damn boy that he couldn't do this and he couldn't do that, and he proved me wrong every single time I told him he couldn't do this and couldn't do that. So I proved my dad wrong every time. When he told me that I couldn't, if I was going to start my own business now, he told me straight up that I was going to fail, and my business wasn't going to work. And I looked at him, I'm like, you ain't changed one bit. You're still a dickhead. Like, you're still a negative idiot. Like, you can't just say one good thing to me one day and say, I'm proud of you. I want you to succeed. I'll help you get work, or, I'll talk to some people for you. Nothing. He just said automatically, like, you ain't gonna make it. So I'm like, wow, what a fucking idiot. So I just shut the door and just walked off. I was like, yeah, whatever, you'll see. And now I fix his shit. I fix his house. I pay for shit. If it wasn't for me, he'd be fucked. Because I do everything. And I keep doing it just to keep proving how dopey he is and how dumb he sounds. But you can't change him. He will never change. He's always going to be that negative person. And that's why his life is the way it is. Because he doesn't He just doesn't get it. He's very, very stubborn. And I say this to a lot of people who have parents that are 80 years old, and they say the same thing to me. Mark, you ain't gonna change them. They're gonna be stuck in that stupid way the rest of their life. That's how they are. And I'm like, well, whatever, man. I don't fucking care. Like, you can be a dickhead all your life. I won't be. And if they found out, if my dad found out I was live and doing mediumship and doing this for like years, he wouldn't believe me, and he'll just be like, "Yeah, whatever. You ain't no psycho. You ain't no psychic. You're a psycho. He ain't gonna believe me. He'll never believe that I do this shit. And if he saw me do it, he still would be like, yeah, this fucking guy's crazy. Who the hell did I give? Who the hell did I make?" That's how he is. He's just too negative. He wouldn't say, "Thank God, I have a son that helps everybody." He wouldn't care. He wouldn't say nothing. He'd just be, "Oh, that's negative. That's devil shit and all that type of stuff." So I don't care. Like, it don't bother me. Not anymore. Yeah, Holly, I'm reading what you're saying now. There's always one child that helps when the others don't. Yep. Before they have their lives on from their past. Yeah. Yeah. And I'm the only one that went to the army in my family. My dad and my brother never went. And I still get no credit. Yeah, I agree, Holly, with everything you're saying. Yeah, that's the truth. Compassion for people that sometimes don't deserve it. Yeah, Dan, I agree. I don't want to be nobody's mini me. Fuck that. I'm definitely not my dad's mini me, that's for sure. I'm nothing like my dad. The only thing me and my dad have in common is we worked hard our whole life. My dad worked very hard. That's one thing about my dad. I can't say he's lazy, but he worked hard, and so did I. So we both had like hard working jobs. But my dad never had like he never had like a talent. Like, he was just like, someone who did construction, but he was like a servant. He was like a, go get this, go get that, go make this, go do that. He never was like an electrician, a plumber, or a carpenter. He was just like a regular, servant to the system. He was just a construction worker. And the only thing that, he was like someone who took pride in whatever he did, but he never had like, he's not like me where I'm an electrician. So he's like, he never was like wanted that responsibility. He was comfortable with being, told what to do. You're right, Holly. That's absolutely right. It's never going to be good enough for them, because my sister says that all the time. My sister says it doesn't matter what we do for mom and dad, it's never good enough. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Yeah, my dad, he retired 5 years ago. He's 80 now, but he stopped working 5 years ago. And he was working at a school, and he used to walk up and down all these flights of steps, and they told him, stop doing work, go home, retire. And he's like, no way, I'm not going home. I need to work. I need to do this. And then finally, like, he got gout so many times that he got so tired that he couldn't even do anything anymore. But it's good night, Ninja. Take care. My dad's a very stubborn person. He doesn't take care of himself. See, he doesn't like The doctor told him you have to exercise, you got to go for walks every day. You know what he does? He's like, fuck that, doctor. I'm going to sit on this couch and watch TV all day. I'm not going to walk nowhere. Hell no. But he don't listen. See, and the doctor tells him, look, you got gout because you eat this, this, and this. And you know what he does? I don't give a fuck. He eats the same shit and gets gout. And then that couple days later, he's walking on a cane because he can't even walk properly because he's got gout on his feet. So if you're gonna be a stubborn jackass all your life, then you're gonna die one too. And we tell them all the time, what's the sense of you having insurance if you don't listen to the doctor? You don't do anything anybody says. You're just an ignorant fool. And that's why you suffer every day of your life, because your own stupid, stubborn self. And I tell them all the time, if you did everything you're supposed to do, you'd be in good shape. There's men that are 80 and still do a lot of shit, but you don't give a fuck about yourself. So that's why you're miserable and you're mad, because you think that you're just this person that's still 60 or 50 years old. No, you got to keep maintaining yourself. But if you don't care about your body, and your body ain't gonna care about you, not my problem. And I told him, you and mom go to church and you have all these problems. And God's trying to wake you the fuck up, but you don't listen. So I honestly, I don't even like entertain them anymore like that. I just, whatever they do, and I just live with it. And I'm the type of person now, I used to run and help them, but now I just go there and do what I can, and that's it. I'm not gonna like spend my whole life doing shit for them all the time. Like, because I do more than my share, and I do the necessary needs at their house and what they need. And they keep, every time I go there, they have a problem. And I tell them, yep, I'll get to it. If you want it done faster, you can pay for it your fucking self or go ask somebody else. That's what I tell them. So you're not going to irritate my life. I have my own life to deal with. It's not my fault that you don't want to take care of yourself. And it's not my fault that your kids don't help you. So me and my sister are tired of helping. We've done more than our share. And then when my parents die one day and we're all still living, if that's the case, my oldest sister and my oldest brother will be at that fucking door waiting to sell that house so they can get their share of their money because they're a part of that family. But then when I say to their face, what the fuck did you pay for in this house? They can't even say anything because they didn't. So you're basically going to make, money off of everybody. Yeah, thanks. I haven't worn it in a long time, but I've had it for a while. Yeah, it's an Adidas Terror shirt. Yeah. Yeah, Dan. My dad has gout. Right, he has it bad. He has to take like pills sometimes when it's really bad, or else he won't be able to walk. Oh, he's 59. Shit. My dad's 80 and he's the biggest pain in the ass. And when he was 59, he was a pain in the ass too. My dad's always been a pain in the ass. And honestly, like I've told my youngest sister that what my dad's done to me and how he acts towards me, another person would never even say, wouldn't even speak to him no more. Because there was many times where I didn't even want to speak to him anymore or even go down to the house and visit him because he was such an idiot. I was disappointed on how he lived his life and what he's done, like, to me, and how he treated us and stuff like that. But now, I hate to say it, but he's getting his karma right now for all the stupid shit that he's done and all his dumb decisions. But his karma is his own stupidity because he can get himself better, but he chooses not to. He thinks by taking pills and sitting on that fucking chair, that couch, is going to cure him. And it's not. He's getting worse. And I keep telling him, get the fuck up and walk around the house. I ain't doing that. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna stop talking to you. Because talking to you is like talking to this fucking wall. You never listen, man. You just don't get it, do you? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. So we have the same type of dad. But you know what? Everybody I talk to says the same thing. Oh, my dad's the same way, Mark. Oh, just leave them alone. Let them live their life. They're at the end of their rope. Just leave them alone. And I'm like, yes, I'll leave them alone when they stop complaining. But they fucking complain. So if you're complaining to me and I'm telling you to what's the resolution and how to resolve the issue, and the doctor's telling you and other people are telling you you don't do it, it makes you want to fucking choke slam them up against a wall. Because it's like, what more do you want me to do? Like, shut the fuck up and just do what you have to do. If you don't, then fuck off and leave me alone. Don't complain to me no more. I'm not listening. And that's what I do. Now I get to the point where I'm like, whatever. I'm not listening to you anymore. And I tell my dad straight to his face, you're your worst enemy. You don't take care of yourself. Oh, what do you want me to? I said, nah, no, I ain't even listening to you, man. Let's just watch TV and shut the fuck up. That's what I want to say to him sometimes. I literally want to fuck him off, but it's disrespectful to do so. So that's why I don't do it. But there's some days I want to put some fucks in him, and say, you're a fucking idiot. You know that? Like, do you really know you're an idiot for like the way you treat yourself? Like, when are you gonna get over yourself? But hey, that's the part of having a father. Oh, see, there you go. Your sister left on her 18th birthday. She was waiting to get out of there. Both my sisters used to call my house the hellhole because my dad and my mom would not let them go anywhere with their boyfriends. My older sister, when she was dating this guy that she was with, and she married him, he had to come there. She couldn't go to his house. My dad told her, "You want to date him? He's got to come here, but you can't go to his house. No, you ain't. Not yet." Yeah, see, that's what happened to my youngest sister. She got married to get away from her dad, and now she's divorced because she married somebody like her dad, a pain in the fucking ass. Oh Lord. I told her that. I said, you married somebody just like your dad, a control freak. He told you what you have to do, what you can do, what you could do, where you're going, what time you got to be home. And she was like, fuck you. No, no. And I was like, I tell you, that guy is just like that. He told you what to do, where to go, how to get there, when time you got to be home, checking on you every day. That possessive fucking narcissistic behavior. And I was like, yeah, fuck that. We all left home early to get away from our dad. My mom wasn't that bad. She was bad enough, but not as bad as my dad. My dad was the worst. Yeah, my dad, he don't like any of the people that married his children. None of them. He likes my oldest brother-in-law because my oldest brother-in-law already had a house. So to my dad, if you're marrying a man that already has money and a house, it's like a win-win for him. It's like security. Because that's the only thing that's on my dad's mind is money and a house. He doesn't care about his health. He just wants money and a house. And now he has a house and his money's deteriorating because he's getting older and he's living off his pension. You know? Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. But at the end of the day, I talk shit about my dad, but he's not like a You know, I never saw him like, do anything bad to my mom. He never like controlled my mom because my mom would tell him about himself. Like my mom stood her ground with him. He weren't telling my mom what the fuck to do. My mom does whatever she wants and he does whatever he wants. But they never like I never saw them go at each other or leave each other or fuck each other off and call each other names. I've never seen that in my whole life. My parents have always been like they've been together for almost 60 years and like I've never seen them go at each other in a bad way. But my mom and when my dad would say some dumb shit, like my mom would be like, "Are you stupid?" And my dad won't say nothing. He'll stay quiet because he knows without my mom, he ain't fucking nobody. My dad don't know how to cook. My dad don't know nothing like that. He's fucked. When my mom and my sister went away to see my uncle pass away in Canada, they went away for a week. And that week I stayed with my dad and I cooked and I did everything for my dad. And my dad said if it wasn't for me, he wouldn't have had nothing to eat. He would have been eating like bullshit, microwave food. And he didn't even know how to use had barely use a fucking microwave. He didn't even know how to make he doesn't even know the recipe on how to make ice. So I had to cook for him and everything back a couple years ago because he don't know how to do anything. Because my mom is his servant. See, my mom does everything for him. Anything left is to wipe his ass, and she says that to him too, and he don't say nothing because he knows it's true. But see, my dad, he doesn't take the initiative to learn something. He's comfortable with whatever is going on. Yeah, I mean, I didn't have a broken family or stepdads or stepmoms. Thank God. I feel for people who lost their parents early or had divorces and shit. I've seen my brother and my sister go through it, and my my nephews that have been through this divorce in the past year, like they hate their father because he is an asshole. He's the devil in living flesh. That's what I call him. And unfortunately, he gave up my sister and his kids for a hoe, and his life has been shit ever since. And it still is, and he lost everything because he's a dumbass. All that for another hoe. So, some people put themselves in their own predicaments and then they cry victim. And that's the sad thing about a lot of people in this world is you make your bed, you sleep in it, but then when you start to sleep in it, you're like, fuck, this is not what I thought it was going to be. The grass isn't greener on the other side. So now he's fucked and he fucked himself. Same thing that happened to my brother with his wife. Same thing. Well, my sister and my brother said they'll never get married again. I know some people that have been married multiple times and they're happy now. It all depends. My cousin, he's a good looking guy. All the girls wanted him. When we guys hung out, they always wanted him. They was like, who's that guy, Mark? I said, that's my cousin. How old is he? I said, yeah, he's 10 years older than me. I thought that was your brother. He said, no, this is my cousin. So he was married to this chick and she got cancer and she passed away and he had a daughter with her. So he had to be a single dad. He was a single dad for many years, for at least 10 years. And he was devastated because his wife passed away. She was beautiful. And he took him a while and then he got remarried and had another child with the new lady. But it took him a long time, like, and I felt bad for him, you know. But see, that's the thing, like, and all these situations I'm talking about is all fucked up. Because sometimes you find someone, you get married, you have a child, and then that person dies. That or you get married, you're with that person, and you get a divorce. You're with that person, and then you're not happy. Then you're with that person, and then they die, and you're without them for years. And then you're with that person, and they cheat. Like really? So I feel like being single and being without, not getting married is a blessing, to be honest. Because I've seen a lot of my friends, and I've been on here for almost 6 years, and half the people that have come in here are divorced, you know, and then it discourages me to even think about getting married or be in a relationship. And that's how I feel, like, you know, and I don't blame anybody. I just like that's my choice is to like not get into that so it doesn't happen to me. So yeah, it's a task. Yeah, well, that's the thing. There's a lot of people that stay together because they don't believe in divorce or they don't want to separate what they have. You know, they have a big ass house, they have a lot of money. They don't want to give that up to the other person, especially if one person gave it to the other or one person worked for it or and the other one's getting it for free. It all like, you know, there's so many scenarios and so many things and sacrifices that people go through, you know. So it's all a process of life. It's all about what you're willing to absorb and to deal with. I feel bad for the thing I feel bad for in people's marriages is if they never have children, you know, and then you're asked all the time by the outside world, "Oh, you guys don't have kids?" And you're like, "No." "Oh, why?" And you're like, "Oh, you know, I can't have none or whatever." Or, you know, it's like it's none of your fucking business. Like obviously they don't have any for a reason, so just shut up. That's the only thing I don't like about what people do. And that's another thing you gotta go through. Like every marriage has like steps you have to take and things you have to deal with. Yeah, there you go. See? Yeah. Well, then that becomes their problem. That's when I bring the Sharpie marker with me, you know, and just say, "Where do you want me to stop?" Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I remember you saying that you know your husband was all messed up on drugs and stuff. See, that's sad. Like you know, because I know people like that were on drugs and shit, and they chose drugs over the love of their life. You know. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and you did the right thing. But there's like there's situations where you just say to yourself like, "What the hell just happened?" Like, or "Why did this happen to me?" Or "Why did this happen to so and so?" Or "Is this gonna happen to me?" And there's a story I tell a lot of people that you know. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the miscarriages hurt too. You know, there's a lot of my aunties all had miscarriages, and it's sad. You know, but what can you do? But there's something that happened here in Bermuda that still hurts my heart till today. Because I know the guy. I don't know him personally. I just know of him. So this woman, um, that he was with, she had a child from a man, and the child was like 2 years old. But she let go that she divorced that guy because he was abusive and he had a child. She had a child with him and whatever. So she ended up meeting this nice guy, and this guy, started to be with her, and he had a child with her. So they had a brand new newborn baby and the 2-year-old from some other guy. So anyway, they end up getting married and being with each other. And she was a baker. And I don't know what he did for a living. I can't remember. But he also, had a good job or whatever. So he would take care of her child from the first marriage and his newborn child in the mornings because she would go to work 5:30 in the morning to go bake things because she was in a bakery. And she would go on her motorcycle and he had the car because the motorcycle was easy for her. So one morning, the child's a newborn child, a couple months, like 3 or 4 months, the child was born. So she's on her way to work, and a drunk driver hit her on the motorcycle and killed her on her way to work. And imagine getting that phone call first thing in the morning as you're taking care of a child that don't belong to you and a child that you just had. And now those children are going to be without a mother because a drunk fuck hit your brand new wife with your brand new child. And this poor woman's been through a bullshit relationship and finally found the love of her life and had a child with him. And you can't even go to work in peace without some fucking idiot that's drunk in a car to kill you. And the sad part of it all is that drunken driver got off. They didn't even go to jail or anything. Because that person that was drunk and driving, their limit wasn't like, overboard. They had alcohol in their body, but they wasn't like, like they were like a little bit below the limit. So but you still killed the woman, with your car because you're a fucking idiot. But see, because somebody said that because she knew some higher people, she got off. It was a woman that killed her in the car. And I remember them coming out of court, and the guy was devastated. He didn't even want to talk to anybody. He didn't get no justice. So he started drinking, and he started like doing drugs. And then his kids got taken away from him because he couldn't handle the life being without, this woman. And imagine like being him. So when all this happened, like about maybe 10 years ago now, this happened. And I asked about him recently, and they said that, he's better now. So I was like, oh, thank God. But that shit like that can drive you to kill yourself. Shit like that can drive you to be mental and crazy. And things like that is what I fear the most in my life. That's my biggest fear is getting involved with someone, having a child, and that person passing away or my child dying. That's my biggest fear. And I don't even want to even get to that now at this point, because I know I know that we can't think like that and we shouldn't think like that, but those things always make me fear having a child or being with somebody or getting married. Because I always say to myself, it can happen to anybody. And I don't know how I would take those type of things. It's sad. It really is. And I felt for that guy. I was like, I can't believe that shit just happened to that guy. And I was devastated when I saw the news and everything. But the first thing I said, well, in spirit, she'll help him. And that's the only thing I can say. What else do you want me to say? You know? It's just fucked up, man. You know? So I always fear the worst when it comes to relationships and children and Then I see my nephews go through what they went through this year with their father abandoning them, disrespecting them, lying to them, cheating on their mother, disrespecting me, and still posting shit like a fucking immature fool about your life. And then these kids see it and they're like, they want to kill him, you know? And I'm just saying to myself, what the fuck is wrong with this world and what the fuck is wrong with these people? Like, you have something no one else has. You have something that people, not no one else has, but you have things that people wish they had and you just throw it away. I just, it doesn't make any sense to me how people can live with themselves knowing what they're doing. Like, does that ever run through your mind? Like, you know how many people wish they can have children and a good wife and a big ass house and a good job, and like you just throw that away for some dirty hoe? Like, who the fuck, what the fuck goes through your mind? Like, you must be like the devil. You have to be. You must have got possessed or something. Because to even think to disrespect your children, well, you had no problem making them, but you don't want to pay for them and you don't want to deal with them. So it's like, I can just like, I just say to myself, well, I know where you're going. I won't see you in the mediumship world. I won't see you in the spirit world. Because people like you're going straight to hell. And you will not exist because of what you've done. And that's what a lot of people don't realize. The people who disrespect their children and abandon them, they're going straight to hell, whether they believe that or not. That's what it says in the Bible anyway. There ain't no forgiving that shit. You know? That's something you should never ever do in your life. You should, if you don't think you can handle it, then don't have children. And if you disrespect them, I feel sorry for you. Because God's gonna get you and you're gonna be the devil's keeper. You're gonna be one of the devil's servants for the rest of your life. There is no remorse and no forgiveness for that. So that's your problem, not mine. Sometimes it's not even worth. I honestly feel that God says, you know what? You're not even worth putting back on earth to learn another lesson. Look, boom, just go to hell where you belong. Goodbye. That's what I honestly feel he does with some people. Some people will probably be on their knees begging. He'll be like, look, you disrespected your children, bro. That ain't happening. Because you got to think about it. You disrespect your children, you're disrespecting his children. Yeah. Oh, really? You have the same curtains as I do? I just read what you said. Yeah, I dated back in the day when I was like maybe 20. I dated a girl that just had a daughter, and because I was dating her very briefly, the father of the child came back into our life because he was jealous that I was dating her. So she later on thanked me for not, like, looking at her in a different way. And she says, "Look, Mark, I never used you. We were just cool anyway." And I was like, "Yeah, I know, I know." I said, "I'm just glad that he came back to you and he wants to be with his child. I respect that." And they're still together till today. So I'm like, "Yeah, it's cool. Don't worry about it. I just want you guys to be together. Don't worry about me. I'm good. I'll find somebody else." All right, Dan. Take care. Yeah, I'm gonna get off of here too because it's 1 o'clock in the morning. I need to get my ass to bed, but I could talk about things like this forever and ever. And that's what my podcast is gonna be soon. When I start up my podcast every week, I'm gonna set a date aside and we're gonna talk about things like this. That's why I feel like, it's like a podcast on here anyway, because we talk about shit like this all the time, you know? So, it's just sad that things happen like that, and there's only so much you can do. And oh, nice, Holly. That's a good place because everybody's always over there. Um, but life goes on, and we have to just do what's best for us, and just try and make life better. It's a hard road to travel sometimes, especially when people pass away or you get disrespected. And one thing that I always wanted was to be married and to have a child, at least one, and that hasn't happened yet. I still have faith that that might happen one day, even though I'm getting older and older. But I know a guy that's 60 years old, and his wife's about to have his seventh child. So if he's doing that at 60, I have hope. But his wife's 43, I think, or 42. He's about to have her seventh child, and he's 60. So when I heard that last week, I heard that, I was like, wow, that's fucking amazing. you know? So like, I'm always like, thinking about that stuff. But I always say this, that even if it doesn't happen, I will never like look up to the heavens and say God, and I'll say to spirit, like, oh, you guys did me wrong. That's one of my wishes. You didn't give it to me. Fuck you, type of thing. I'm not like that, because God gave me 6 nephews, and I helped raise all six. All 6 of them are like sons to me, especially the 2 that I live next to. I take care of them every day. When they were over here watching the basketball game with me, we were all together. We're always together, like 3 stooges, all of us, all 3 of us. And when they see me, every day they see me, they give me a hug. They ask me how I'm doing. And then before they leave, they give me another hug. And they're 14 and 16. And we have like a really close relationship. Like, I'm their father figure. I'm like their big bro. I'm like, their best uncle. We're everything. We're like the 3 bros, we do everything together. So I feel like, even if I never have children or I never get married, at least I had the experience of raising boys and raising these guys to be men. So either way, I'm blessed, to, even though I don't have my own children, but at least I have, my nephews, they're my flesh and blood too. So I don't mind, being that person, because I love children anyway. So I love everybody's kids. So even my friends' kids, and I'm the godfather of a lot of children. So my friends' kids, I'm the godfather of their kids. I'm the godfather of my nephews. So like, I love all my godchildren and my nephews and people's children. So like, either way, it doesn't matter to me. Like, I'm happy with how, where God's put me, where I can be, father figure for some children. So either way, it's all good. Whatever he wants to give me, he gives me. Whatever I deal with, it's whatever to me. Like, it's cool. Yeah, exactly. I agree, Holly. You're right. Other people's children need us. It's true. Yeah. All right, then. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. Let me get my ass to bed. But it was good talking to you guys. I wish you guys a great night and a great day tomorrow. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll be here at some point in time. All righty. Take care.